What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Listen, I enjoyed this episode for the most part. I did. I had fun with it, watching it. Monica, listen, you know that bodyguard that Valentine hired, Yuri. Yuri was checking Monica out when she was walking out the door going to work. He was looking her up and down. Even Valentine noticed that. Valentine was like, "How often do you talk to Monica?" He said, "Oh, she a nice lady. She listen, boy. The way he was eyeing her up and down, I said, little boy, you ain't ready for that. You can't handle that cougar. You cannot handle that. You are not ready for Dr. Monica Quartermain. You are not ready. Listen, that woman will put it on your little ass. She will put it on you, little boy. You can't handle all that veteran. That's some veteran punani that you are not ready for. Listen, the snapback on that coochie, you ain't ready for that. That's seasoned coochie. You're not ready for that season yet. That's that seasoned kitty cat. You ain't ready for that. You're not ready. See, you need to be messing around with girls like Christina or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's more your speed. That right there, that cougar right there, you ain't ready for that. She will put it on your little ass. I'm telling you. Monica will have that little boy reaching for shit that ain't there. I'm telling you right now, he ain't ready for Monica. He is not. I'm telling you, he not ready. She will have him searching in the daylight with a flashlight. I'm telling you, you are not ready for that old kitty cat right there. That is grown woman punani. You are not ready for that. Okay, that punani done been all over the world 50 times over for the past 60 years. You ain't ready for that yet. You know how many men she was with back in the day? They couldn't even keep up. You better go sit down. She will turn your little ass out. That little boy ain't ready. He still got milk on his breath. You better go somewhere. He ain't ready for her. You not ready, young sir. He is Yuri. You ain't ready. Let's just put it like that. So anyway, speaking of Valentine, Valentine was all distracted and discombobulated this episode. He wasn't even paying attention to half of what Monica was talking about. He wasn't even paying attention to half of what Martin was talking about. When Martin came to see him to talk about ELQ, the upcoming board meeting or whatever for ELQ, he wasn't even paying attention half of what Martin was saying. Martin was like, "Am I boring you?" Because Martin was trying to tell him that he need to go talk to Michael, because if he talks to Michael, Michael may vote for him to stay on as CEO. I mean, I don't have a problem with Valentine being CEO of ELQ from a business perspective, because if y'all remember, Cassadine Industries was damn near bankrupt because of Helena and Victor and their shenanigans. So he took that whole company and made a big profit. He turned that whole company around. So if he could do that for a struggling company, imagine what he could do with a company like ELQ that wasn't even struggling. ELQ was actually making some good money when Michael was CEO. But under Valentine, I think they can do better. So I don't see why y'all would want to rock the boat and vote him out. For what? Michael, he already got a job somewhere else anyway. He working at Aurora as CEO or co-CEO. So why, if it ain't broke, why fix it? And the Quartermains clearly ain't broke, so what y'all need to fix it for? And Ned really kind of seems like he doesn't even want the CEO title back anyway, because he's focusing on his marriage. So I say, why not keep him? And Martin is a very astute person. Like, he's very smart. Like, he noticed that Valentine was distracted, and he was like, so if it ain't business or nothing like that, clearly it's about a woman. And he knew it was about Anna. He knew exactly who he was thinking about. And Valentine tried to snap at Martin, talking about, oh, I pay you to handle my legal business and my other business. I don't pay you to handle my personal business. I don't pay you for personal advice. If I want that, I'll ask you. I'm like, Valentine, you ain't got to snap at the man. You do not have to snap at him. He was just trying to be a friend. I mean, clearly Martin thought him and Valentine were cool like that to be giving you personal advice. I don't understand why you chewing that man head off. I would have just been like, all right, so this is billable hours. I gave you my advice for legal purposes. Now, can you run me my money? That's all I would have said, and I would have happily skipped my ass on up out of there. Since you don't want my friendship, bye. Just, long as the check clear, we good to go. So anyway, Anna had bumped into Austin and Maxie and stuff like that, because Maxie was surprised that Austin was in town and whatnot. She's nervous about Austin being in town, because she knows that what if he bumps into Brooklyn and the baby and stuff like that? He may recognize the baby. I mean, he did help deliver the child. So that's why she all up in arms about him being in town. She seemed real nervous about it. I'm like, Maxie, your plan is failing. You might as well just go ahead and tell the truth and nip this shit in the bud, because your plan is falling apart before your eyes. Like, you're already getting too attached to the baby to the point where Monica is noticing. Like, your plan is falling. You might as well go ahead and tell the truth. So anyway, Maxie and Anna was talking and whatnot, and they were talking about Valentine, and Anna feels like she doesn't deserve happiness, especially after what happened with the Peter debacle. I mean, yeah, Anna made a big mistake trying to protect Peter, but that doesn't mean that you're an evil person or you're a bad person. I feel like Anna does deserve to be loved. I don't know why she keep getting in her own way. Like, if you want to be with Valentine, then go ahead and be with Valentine. You ain't getting no judgment over here, because clearly that's who she want to be with. She sitting there thinking about him and thinking about their kiss, and he was thinking about the same thing. So y'all might as well go on ahead and be together. Might as well. Um, and even when she and Valentine bumped into each other at the Metro Court, because he was there looking for Michael, they was sitting there making all these little googly eyes at each other, and the way he was smiling at her and stuff. I'm like, y'all, they could have just got busy on the damn floor right there. The way they was looking at each other, like they just want to tear the clothes off and get busy. I was like, you might as well go ahead. I ain't gonna tell, even though that is indecent exposure, I guess. But we got lawyers for that. Y'all can be out in 2 seconds. 2 shakes and a lamb. um. So anyway, Anna had got a phone call from one of her people. I'm guessing they found the pilot that flew the chopper that was coming towards the hospital the day Peter disappeared or whatever. So I'm guessing they found the pilot, which happens to be the nurse's brother. I said, okay, I guess we moving forward in this storyline, which is good. That's beautiful. Speaking of Peter, I want to slap the shit out of Finn and Elizabeth. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really wanted to. Why are y'all talking about this in the hallway of the hospital? Why? Finn, you have an office, sir. You are the chief of oncology. You have an office. Ain't he an oncologist or something like that? Or special diseases and whatnot? But either way, you still got an office, sir. Get your ass in your office. So if y'all gonna talk about illegal business, y'all sitting here talking about the death of a man all in the hallway, all willy nilly, trying to whisper. I'm like, you can whisper all the hell you want to, fool. Go in your office and talk about that. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all trying to get caught? Dumb and dumber? Damn, go on. I hate when people talk about personal stuff in the hallway. What's wrong with you? Damn, you might as well go down to the PCPD and just walk in Jordan's office and say, hey, I'm here, lock me up. You might as well. Like, you might as well. They sitting there talking about how they gonna get rid of the body or whatever, because they got to get Peter's body the hell up out of there. And they feel like now is a good time to do it, since, they think the cameras are all still down and stuff. They can get the body out without anybody knowing. She wanted to get Jason involved, and Finn was like, hell no. Finn was like, we are not getting Jason involved in this. Because what if he get caught and then we gonna be in some shit? I mean, I get it, but Jason doesn't get caught. I mean, but there is, I do agree with Finn. I mean, there's a first time for everything, and there ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? But Jason is slick. But I really wouldn't want to get Jason involved in this, because he got his own situations going on. So why add this one to that? I wouldn't do that. Y'all would be on y'all own fucking with me. I'm just saying, I ain't about to move nobody for nobody, if that makes sense. Then they were talking about getting, Elizabeth was like, oh, let's tell Anna. Finn was like, are you insane? He was like, Anna works for the WSB. Because Elizabeth thought, oh, she would try to protect Finn instead of, being all law and order and stuff. I'm like, you must not know Anna Devane. I was like, yeah, Anna's not gonna, that would make her an accessory after the fact, Elizabeth. No. And somebody's bound to find out what you're up to. So they figure that they got to do it by themselves. And mind you, they're talking about this, and Monica overheard a piece of the conversation. I said, see, this is why you should be in an office and not in the hallway. And Monica basically told them they don't have to worry about the camera system and stuff, because she already talked to security and all the cameras are back working again. Every corridor, every part of the hospital, the roof, everywhere. The cameras are working. She said ain't nobody gonna smuggle nothing in or out without them cameras picking up on it. I said, see, y'all fucked. Y'all are fucked. Because now the cameras are back working again. Y'all are screwed. How y'all gonna do this? Y'all going to jail. They going to jail. This is why I said Finn should have never listened to her and should have just told that first day. Y'all about to go to jail like a motherfucker. Listen, I hope y'all like the big house. That's all I got to say. I hope you like Pentonville. They serve you 3 meals a day, 3 hots in a cot. Get comfortable because y'all about to go down. Y'all are out of options. I'm sorry. Y'all better hire a good ass attorney because y'all about to go down for this. I don't see how y'all about to continue to cover this up. Somebody bound to find out this shit. So, anyway, Britt was in the office or whatever interviewing Austin for a position at the hospital and whatnot. And, she wants to hire Austin, but she was wondering, like, how long are you staying in Port Charles? Like, are you going to be here permanently? Because she don't want to hire him if he's not going to be long term. But he assured her that he's definitely sticking around. So she welcomed him to the team and stuff. So he's officially on staff. Maxie is not happy about this. When he told her about it, that he was staying. Anna, I'm gonna need Anna Devane to like reveal to me or to reveal to the public, madam, who is this man? Who is his father? Because she said that she know him. Well, she know his father or whatever. Who's his daddy? Like, Hannah needs to stop playing and talking in riddles. I need some answers, ma'am. Who is this man? Because even he told Britt, I got business in this town or whatever. Sir, what business do you have? Because clearly it got something to do with ELQ. So who is your daddy? I want to know. Like, inquiring minds would like to know, sir. Because she talking about his last name. What is his last name? What is this man's last name? Because I know it ain't just Dr. Austin, because that's his first name. So what's your surname, sir? What's the name your mama gave you? What's the name of your daddy? Who your people? These are answers I need. I want to know. So yeah, we need to know this. Stat. How doctors say it? Give it to me stat. That's what I need. Stat. I need to know. So anyway, moving on from that. I like Terry. I do. I like this character. I really like her. But I don't know about her being chief of staff because she got good ideas for the hospital moving forward. I think her idea was decent as far as like transgender and stuff like that. I like it or whatever, but it's like I don't want her voted in as chief of staff out of a popularity contest. And I feel like that's where it's going. And Britt mentioned that too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to vote based off popularity. I get Britt is not the most popular person at the hospital. The staff don't like her or whatever. But I feel like if you're going to remove Britt as chief of staff, do it because of job performance, not because, she's the most hated person at the hospital. That should not have any bearing on her job. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you are doing the job, that's the most important part. Like, is she up to par? Is she doing the job? It shouldn't be out of popularity. That's, to me, that's just being fair. But I love the conversation that Terry and Portia had because Portia basically was letting her know, like her parents are both doctors and her dad was promoted to chief of staff, and he started to resent her mother because her mother got to continue to practice medicine and have that interaction with patients, and stuff like that, because once you are chief of staff, you don't have that interaction with patients like you used to. You're not doing surgeries anymore. It's strictly administrative once you become chief of staff. It's all paperwork, long hours. It's a bunch of bureaucratic stuff. So I love that she kind of let her know like what you're in for before you take this job. You know what I mean? I think that was good. And I'm glad she broke that down to her. Like, being chief is good and all that, but are you sure you want to take on this task? Because it's a very daunting task. And I agree. But she's, saying like, she's ready for it. She's hell bent on taking that position. So I say, hey, more power to you. May the best woman win. And of course they're, trying to organize a girls' night out between Portia, Terry, and Liz, which I think could be fun if we get to see it. I think it'll be wow, but I'm here for it. So anyway, moving on from that. Listen, I love that scene between Curtis and Aunt Stella because I was annoyed that Aunt Stella interfered with his personal business, like as far as like going to Portia and telling her to pretty much back off. I think she was doing too much, but Aunt Stella was right about everything she said to Curtis. at the end of the day. He wants Portia primarily because he feels like that'll be a more simple relationship than what he had with Jordan. That's what he wants. He wants simple. He doesn't want complicated. Well, that's too damn bad because at the end of the day, that's marriage. Marriage, when you get married and you have these vows, those vows say for better or for worse. That's the vow that you took when you married that woman. And let me tell you something, when they say for better or for worse, sometimes worse is bad as hell. Marriage is work. It's like having another full-time job. It's work. You can't just bail on a marriage because, oh, your wife lied to you. Okay. I mean, you have every right to be angry about that. You do. But to bail on the marriage, to simply move out and divorce her over that, I think he was doing too much. He was doing way too much. Like I said, you have a right to be angry, but to go for a divorce and all that, I feel like that was extreme. And I'm glad Aunt Stella broke it down because she felt like the problem with Curtis was when somebody does something he doesn't like or he gets angry at the person, he builds up this wall and he builds it up so damn high that not even a ladder can get you over that wall. That's how high he builds it. You know what I'm saying? And she feels like he needs to bust that wall down and stop doing that and try to fix his marriage. I agree. Would I mind him being with Portia? No, but the only way I wouldn't really mind is if you actually tried to fix what you have with Jordan. Now, if you actually tried and y'all still couldn't come to a consensus about y'all marriage and y'all couldn't fix it, then I would say by all means. But I still feel like even if you do get a divorce, you shouldn't be rushing into some relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should not. I feel like Curtis needs to fight more. At least try and give your marriage another chance and work on that. Like he didn't even try. That's the fucked up part. You didn't try. You know? So I feel like Aunt Stella was wrong with how she went about things, but she wasn't wrong in what she was saying. She was definitely right. Curtis need to put on his big boy pants and take his bald ass and try to work out your marriage and stop this foolishness. Because he really thinks like, oh, I need something that's not complicated. What do you think your relationship with Portia is going to be? You think Portia's not going to do something one day that's going to piss you off? Then what you going to do? Break up with her too? You can't go through life doing that. Please, you could be single for the rest of your damn life if you had that logic. I'm just saying, like, keep it real. So anyway, moving on from that. So Jason finally told Monica about him and Carly getting married. Monica was supportive. She was. She took it better than most people would have thought she would have took it. Hell, better than Carly would have thought. But you could see Monica's not happy about this marriage. She's definitely not. She's not happy about it because I saw the faces she was making after she hugged Jason. She was not on board. But I could respect why she did not fight him on it. At the end of the day, Jason's a grown-ass man. She knew she wasn't going to be able to talk him out of it anyway. So she just said, you know what? I'll keep the peace. Let you do what you got to do because she know how Jason is. He's not going to do something without a valid reason for doing it. So she didn't butt in. She didn't none of that. He's a grown man. Do what you do. At the end of the day, it's not going to change the fact that that's your mama. You know what I mean? So I love the approach that Monica took because, I mean, none of us really agree with this marriage, but we understand why they're doing it. It's business. So anyway, Carly was annoying me today. She was like the devil. First of all, she's still talking about how Britt and Jax slept together. Talking about, oh, I guess Britt finally realized that Jax isn't the consolation prize. First of all, Carly, Britt and Jax are two single grown-ass people. All they did was have a one-night stand. That's all they did. It was no relationship. It was no friends with benefits. They're not sex buddies. They're not none of that. It was just sex. That's it. That's it. That's all it was. And she's mad because Britt tried to rub it in their faces. So, and first of all, she wasn't trying to rub it in Carly's face. She was trying to more so rub it in Jason's face. Britt don't give a damn about Carly. Carly think too high of herself. Like, you need to calm yourself down. But she really pissed me off, though, when she went and talked to Britt. Because I feel like that whole thing was unnecessary. Her confronting Britt, it was unnecessary. It was not a conversation that needed to be had. Britt actually came to terms with Carly and Jason getting married. She's not trying to stop them from getting married. She even wished Jason well, even if she didn't really mean it. She wished him well, and she was picking up the pieces and moving on with her life. Carly had no right to walk up to her and basically throw it in her face. gonna sit there and talk about some, oh, me and Jason admitted our feelings to each other. Like, she literally took that knife and just twisted it. You know, Britt already felt like Jason stabbed her in the back by even proposing to Carly while she and Jason were getting close. So I feel like Carly just took that knife that was already there and just twisted it. That's all she did. By sitting there telling her, oh, me and Jason admitted our feelings to each other. We just wanted to wait a little bit because of the timing. Then had the nerve to say that what Britt and Jason had was a fling and what she and Jason has is forever. Listen, Britt is better than me. I think Britt should have slapped shit out of her. But you know what? Britt handled it proper because she is the chief of staff. She is at her place of business, and she handled herself a lot better. She just walked away and she basically told Jason and Carly, y'all both can go to hell. She said y'all both can go straight to hell. And Jason was looking at Carly and he was like, what the hell did you do? Something she ain't had no business doing because that whole thing was unnecessary. She had no business doing that. Had no business doing that. Like, why would you do that? That's just evil. Like, she wasn't trying to stop y'all from getting married. She wasn't trying to talk Jason out of it. She just told that man, have a good life. And she left him alone. Why did you feel the need to do some foolishness like that, Carly? Like, really? And I saw the hurt in Britt's eyes when she was walking away. Like, you could just see it. The way she was trying to hold back them tears. I was like, oh my God. I hope Obrecht find out about this, and I hope she smacked the door piss out of Carly, because she needs it at this point. Ugh, that was just tacky on Carly's part. Totally tacky. So anyway, moving on from that. I was feeling the Molly scenes today. I really love that. Molly, really thought about what Jordan and Martin was saying, because they pretty much told her, once they go public with that recording of the judge, Molly's name could come up in that. And Jordan wanted to keep Molly's name out of it, but Molly felt it was best if her name did come up into it, because she was like, if my name has to come into it, maybe it'll give the recording more credibility or help out with getting her reprimanded or thrown off the bench or whatever. So she told Jordan, do what you got to do. Because Martin warned Molly that her colleagues might not be happy about this. She might even lose her gig at the DA's office. My thing is, I was proud of Molly because she didn't care. She thought about it, but then she didn't care. She said, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I love that because she chose her integrity over her career. She can still have a career as a lawyer. That's not going to stop her. And I think even if she doesn't work in the DA's office, she could still be a dope ass defense attorney. And also I feel like if her colleagues are upset with her for exposing a judge who's clearly a bigot, then that means that her colleagues are bigots too. Because if y'all have no problem with that judge was doing, then that speaks volumes about you. So I don't think that those are the type of people Molly should be working with in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all have an issue with that, then that screams volumes. That means that you feel the same way that bigoted judge feel. And Molly was worried about what TJ thought, maybe, about her possibly not working in the DA's office. Like, would he still love her or whatever? Why even ask that question, Molly? You know good and well TJ is not with you because of what you want to do with your career. He is not with you because of that. Even if you worked at Kelly's Diner flipping flapjacks, he still will want to be with you. He's not with you because of your career. Your career does not define you. And that's my thing. I want her to go a different route than what Alexis did. Because for years, I feel like Alexis's career defined her. I don't want Molly to feel that way. Like, like you being a lawyer defines you. Because it doesn't. It doesn't. Your career does not make you who you are. It's just a part of you. It's a thing. That's all it is. Well, that's not really all it is, but, it's your passion, but still, it's like, don't let it be, totally just all you, like consume you, but I'm glad that she kept her morality and her integrity, I felt bad for TJ too. I really did. I felt bad for him because he was always close to Sean, but ever since he found out Sean was his dad, he couldn't even hug his father. So I really felt bad for him. He had this dad who's incarcerated, especially for something he didn't even do. And, that's just a lot of emotions. But I was so happy that Jordan showed up to the prison when she did because it was getting out of control. It was definitely getting out of control. It seemed like Pentonville is pretty much Port Charles's version of Orange is the New Black. Like Alexis was having a total meltdown when that guard came to take her back to solitary confinement. She just could not do it. She was like, I cannot go back there. And that guard was looking at her like, you ain't got no choice. You ain't got no say in this. You're going back. And I'm glad Sean stepped up. It was risky and it was bold on his part, but Sean stepped up because he saw how much Alexis was frightened. She couldn't do it. She couldn't spend another minute in there. And Sean stepped up and told that guard, like, yeah, I can't let you do that. That guard looked at him like, you better back your ass down, inmate. So he took out his billy club. He was ready to beat Sean with the billy club. Thank God, Jordan popped up when she did. Like, nah, you ain't about to hit him. You taking this a little too far, brother. She said, nope, I got permission from the warden. She was like, I'm taking them into witness protection. So you need to back yourself up. And I was glad when, she took Alexis and Sean to the station and reunited them with their kids. She reunited Alexis and Molly and Sean with TJ, and I'm glad TJ got to finally hug Sean. You know what I mean? Like, he got to hug his dad. And I loved when he called Sean his dad. I loved it. I thought that was a beautiful ass moment. That was really a dope scene. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much this whole episode. This was good. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I will see you all Monday. Hope you all have a great, amazing day. Hope you have an even better weekend. I'll see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.